So the point of this video is to go over something I recently did an analysis on, and elaborate more on it. So the thing I want to talk about is like the Elon Musk takeover, which is a assignment that we've previously had did to write a paper on, and I basically talked about how some of Twitter's previous worker had a hard time with it because um, I didn't put this part in the paper, which I should have done. Some information I came across was like immediately after Elon Musk took over Twitter and stuff like that, he did fire a lot of people, and a lot of people's lifestyle was changed too. Because there was a lot of people working from home, and um, then they had to like come back, so they had to change their lifestyle, which will be prove a lot difficult from people who have kids and stuff like that. I know like some people like work from home because they have young children, so that I know that was hard for them too, and a lot of them got laid off, which I know was extremely difficult because like losing a job is like really hard, especially when you get laid off for like potentially not really any reason per se, and I, Elon Musk didn't really give those people a chance to so that they belong there, and they can be beneficial to the company, which they already were probably. But another thing that I've noticed that I used some of our books vocabulary words in there and stuff, and I didn't really kind of explain what it was. The first point I was talking about legitimate power and stuff because Elon Musk did get a little pushback on this decision that he did make and stuff. So our book kind of like classified legitimate power as like they said that it's like compared to the age old tales of rebellion, you're not the boss of me type thing, and it goes on to say that it's not whether it's not whether the leader can reward or punish us. It's more of if they recognize and accept authority, which some people really didn't. That's why he got a lot of pushback on like some of the decisions that he made or whatnot. Because like in the paper, I did state that this came from like the front line video that I seen on YouTube. That was like part of PBS and everything. And another thing I did talk about was perceived threat because the person who's getting interviewed, that's like he perceived that the threat of Elon Musk coming and take over the company and stuff. Because whenever he did take over the company, not only did a lot of people get laid off, there was also some issues, technical wise. Whenever they was like trying to get everything done how Elon Musk wanted and stuff. So the perceived threat comes from the health belief model and from our books stuff. And it's where people ask about like where it asks about people's evaluation or whether they perceive the threat to be like more like dangerous enough for them to for them to care or not to care and stuff. And the person in the video really did care about this company and stuff. So that's why like I said, Elon Musk had a bunch of pushback on the decisions and stuff. And this person this person cared about so much about this company that like he went against Elon's order. Is that because like, Elon gave him an order one time? Can't remember what it was, but he was like, "No, we cannot do that because it'll be bad." Which the person had reasonable cause to think that, because that kind of led to a bunch of like things online. Like it led to the online monitoring of the company to not be like non-existent for a good bit and stuff. Because I remember from the videos and like what I've read that there was a rise of like slurs and racist comments and stuff, and which is not good for like the people who said those things. It's not good for Twitter either, because a lot of that stuff was not taken down at the time because everything was just being like in a process of being handed over to Elon Musk and stuff like that. And I put in the paper. I also put in the paper that like he should have just left a team who handled the monitor alone and let them do their jobs and stuff, because he got backlash from this as well and everything. And I guess that's when I had started talking about the internet crisis potential theory and stuff. And it's basically a marketing based belief that not belief, but it's focusing more on the ways the organization should use online monitoring in order to improve their agility of the situation and stuff. And this also came from our book as well and stuff. And then how I interpret the theory is basically that they should have been monitoring this situation from the start anyway, because like there was a lot, like it was too much trolling, hateful content, slurs, you can name it, stuff. It was a lot on there. And I do feel like in response, like because they had to have known about this beforehand too, because Elon walked in there, and then when the people was in there, there was like, you cannot shut this down because this is needed to monitor everybody posts. So and so like they should have, like he should have implemented that theory and stuff, so that whenever this, like, so to put it simply, this should have never happened, because he received backlash from many companies and stuff for that. Other company received backlash because he was trying to, like, you know, go against them too and stuff for that. He was taking down people, information and stuff. And I feel like explaining these I feel like explaining these terms will benefit this video, so it can give more clarity about what about, it would give more clarity about like things should be implemented, and what and more clarity about like what perceived and legitimate threat and power was and everything. So I think this video was really needed to moreover explain these things, because if I find a normal person reading this, they might not know what's a legitimate power, what a perceived threat, or even what's in that crisis potential theory and stuff. So I think this video will benefit from help, or basically boost the clarity of my paper. Thank you.